Hi, and welcome to the 2Saints Career Coaching Programme webinar. My name's Paul Walton, and I'm one of the co-founders at 2Saints. This is a pre-recorded session, and it's aimed at people who've maybe missed the live session that I'm resending so that you get all the information that I covered in the live session. So this is the agenda. And some of it we won't be doing, so for example the Q&A session, because I don't have anyone with me here today. So the introduction of 2Saints, a little bit about who we are, why career coaching, why someone might want to do some career coaching, the purpose and outcomes of the programme, about you, a slide about what I think people need to be in their mindset when it comes to career coaching, the outline of the programs that we offer, the starter and the advanced, some common questions that I've tried to answer up front to help people decide whether they want to do the program or not. And then the next steps. So here we go, 2Saints. So that's me, Paul Walton. I'm on the left, and my business partner, Pete Thilby, who is on the right. We worked together many years ago in our corporate days, and we got together and we created 2Saints. And my experience is I've worked for a lot of large blue chip organisations across the world. I've also worked for not-for-profit and medium-sized organisations. Pete Thilby's done the same, and we've always held some senior roles, positions within these organisations, and Pete's also got experience in entrepreneurship, where he's created very successful companies and sold them on. So it's this experience that we bring into our coaching and mentoring. We've sort of been there and we've done that. Our tagline in the business is direct, realistic and experience. And that's the ethos of the 2Saints, and that's what we bring into our programs. So why career coaching? Well, to be honest, there's loads of examples why somebody might want to do career coaching, and these are just some examples. So let's just go over them. You might be ambitious in your career, and you want, the solution is to determine what actions you need to take to progress in your career. You might have an ambition and you're maybe not quite sure what to do, or you might want some advice or some help of taking the next step. You might have a growing family and you need more money to support the family, and you need that job that pays more. So personal growth, a bigger or different role that pays more money. And that's an important one. Quite often I come across clients who may be in a relationship and they've got a new baby on the way, whether that's the first one or the second one, and they need a bigger job and they need a bigger car, and so therefore they need more money to be able to achieve that. And sometimes they just need some help from a career coach to get them through that. You feel that you're not reaching your full potential and your skills are not being utilised. You know you can do more. Gain the right confidence to move to the right job that fulfill your needs. So quite often I work with clients who actually do that. They feel frustrated, they feel that something's not happening in their life, and they feel frustrated about that. And they feel that they're not getting utilised within the job, and they feel a bit bored, a bit mundane, and they want to do something about that. So they come to a career coach to help them be focused and to gain clarity on what is it they want to do. The last one is a horrible one. You've just been made redundant. You need to be super focused to beat the competition, and you need some help in gaining that focus. Now, it's interesting, beat the competition, to get some confidence. Redundancy is a horrible thing, and it knocks everybody. I've never met anyone yet who's ever been really happy about being made redundant. But it does knock them when it comes out of nowhere and they get made redundant. So sometimes working with a coach you can gain that confidence, and we'll go into that in a second. So for me, the 2Saints Career Coaching Programme, this programme we've created, and we'll go into that in a second, I'm very confident that whatever the reason you've came to career coaching, you'll find the answers with the career coaching program. The purpose and the outcome of the program. So I just talked a little there about confidence. So anything you're doing in your career, you need to be able to have confidence, commitment, courage and capability. And going through the program, you gain these new things. You gain new capability, new confidence, new commitment and new courage by finding out about yourself, which is incredibly important. What's your strength? What's your weaknesses? What blockers do you have? What limited beliefs do you have? Understanding all these things, understanding really what is it you truly want in your life. Having to really sit down and think about it, and working with a coach to supporting you and debating with you and challenging you at times can help you gain all these new things. Now, a little about you. When I think of people who work with career coaches, I think about what is it they need to have. I think everyone needs to have something. I think you need to be progressive in your thinking. So you're super keen to do something, and you know that you want to make change in your life, whether that's in your personal life or your professional life. It doesn't really matter, because work affects home and home affects work. So you need to be progressive in your thinking about making change happen in your life. You've got a strong motivation to make change. And we're going to come on to that in a second as well. What is that? What is that motivation? What level are you at to do that? You're generally positive and willing to explore. And what we mean by that is you're willing to be open and to discuss things that you've never even thought of before. Working with your coach can be really empowering, and you can come up with new ideas that you've never thought about. And I'm saying it'd be great you're willing to explore those things. You like to talk things through. Well, this is all about coaching. So with the career coaching program, you've got assignments to complete. And once you've completed the assignments, you then spend time with me as your coach. And we talk these things through. We talk about the outcomes, and we'll debate it and we'll discuss it. And it all leads to you creating the right goals for you to take forward in your career. You're adaptable. So you're not just stuck in your ways. What I mean by this is you're adaptable to explore. As I've said before, you're willing to explore, and you're adaptable to change your mind. You may have a very a thought in your mind, and you're adaptable to actually change that once you've talked things through. You're able to reflect on your life now. This is quite important to me. Reflection is a very powerful tool, no matter what within your life. Keeping a daily journal, for example, might be a good way to start. Just write everything out of your head on a bit of paper in a journal, something that you can go back to, and you can reflect and you can think about things. Reflection is an incredibly powerful tool, and it shows great strength in my view when it comes to your career. You're able to focus on your future. This is an important one. So you can visualize what your future looks like. You can think about, what does your perfect day look like? What does your perfect career look like? So you can think about your future, and you can then, working with your coach, think about the steps it will take to get you what you want. So you'll be able to focus on the future. Let me share a quick story with you. I had a client who came to me and he wanted a new job. And the reason he wanted a new job was because he was unemployed for many years, and there was blockers. There was something that's stopping him from working. And it was quite challenging. We took some time going through things, but we kept on hitting a brick wall. We only ever got so far. Now, we then had a bit of a heart-to-heart and started talking about really what was going on. There was something else that was going on. And really what had happened with this person was that he had depression. And that was creating blockers for him to progress, and he couldn't think about the future. He couldn't think about taking the step forward. He couldn't do that. And it transpired that this person had stopped his medication, not from the advice from his doctor. He just stopped taking it because he felt great. So he had to go back and he had to deal with his depression with his doctor and the person who was helping him with that before he could take forward. And he did. And so we stopped our coaching sessions, and he went back to the doctor. he dealt with the depression, he got back onto the medication, started feeling good about himself, and then we continued the coaching assignment. And then he got a job and it was fantastic, and he's now happily working away and getting the money that he wanted to do. So it's important for you to be able to be in a position where you can think about the future and you know you want a different future. So, a point on the previous slide, where would you rate yourself today when it comes to motivation? 1 is at the lowest, are you really not motivated? 10 is that you're supercharged, super ready, you are ready to go, you're ready to change. Where would you put yourself? If I asked you that question now, and at some point we'll talk, if I asked you that question, where would you rate yourself? It might be a 6 or a 7 or a 7 and an 8. Say it was a 7 and an 8. So it's more than halfway, you're 7 and an 8. What would make that 8 or a 9? What would make that? What would need to happen for you to up your score 1? What would need to happen for you to make it a 9 or a 10? There may be physical barriers in your life. There may be limiting beliefs in your own mind that's stopping you from progressing. So just take some time to think about that. Where would you rate yourself? And then what would need to happen for you to rate yourself at a higher score, ready to change? So here's our 2 programs that we offer. We've got the starter at £749, and then we've got the advanced at £1,049. The starter, well, this is all around assessments. We're doing assessments, and this is getting to the depths, to getting to know you in a much deeper level, the depths of who you are, of what makes you tick and who you are. We do an assessment of where you are now and what your future desires, wants and desires are going forward. We do something that's called life scoring. Now, another alternative that you might have heard of is the Wheel of Life, but the life scoring is a bit more in depth, and we do that. Personality test is brilliant. I ask you to go off to another website, complete a personality test, and share the results with me. And this is an incredibly powerful tool. When people complete this, previous clients, it's a topic that we continuously talk about, and it's something that we always go back to because it gives such good information and insight on you, and it'll give you validation on yourself that you know about you, and you'll learn something new about yourself, and there might be something in there that that gets you thinking, oh right, I didn't really quite realise that, and it'll give you new ideas for you to take forward in your life. The career evaluation, this is a great tool. This is going into the depths of your career, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your true wants when it comes to it. There's a whole host of questions in there for you to do. And this is an incredibly powerful tool. Another quick story on this one. Back in my corporate days, I shared this with one of my managers who worked for me, and I was expecting him to complete it for the next development review, and we've done that every month. We've done a development discussion every month. First month he never completed it. Second month he never completed it. So come the third month, I asked him, what's going on? Why have you not completed it? And he gave me some sort of stock answer that sort of delayed it. And I was like, okay, it's up to you if you want to do this, but I think you should do it. The fourth month he came back and he completed it, and he said to me, he actually opened up really well with me, and he says, listen Paul, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. This career evaluation has really got me thinking about my career, what is I truly want, what kind of organisation I truly want to work for. And it's made me realise that in the job that I'm in now, I'm simply not happy. So he actually resigned there and then with me, which was unbelievable. And he finished up at the end of the week. I remember it was on a Tuesday and he finished up on the Friday. And within a month, he got a new job that he was completely happy with. And as a bonus, he got extra money as well. He was demanding extra money because he truly thought about it, and he put his value of himself at a much higher position. And he managed to get that. And today he continues to work with that organisation, and he's happy in his job. So it's a incredibly powerful tool that it can be. So everything you do, all these assignments that you do, once you complete an assignment, you'll then book a coaching session with me. I'll tell you how much time to book with me, and we discuss the outcomes, and we discuss it, we debate it, I might challenge you around it, and it's food for thought. And ultimately it all ends up, the last assignment for you to complete is the goal setting. What are the goals that we want to create for you to take forward, for you to get the career you want, for you to get the salary you want, for you to get the job that you want. So it all aims for the goal setting. And there's a bit of a model on how we do, a bit of a method of how we actually do the goal settings. We'll come to that in a second. And that's all supported by me on video calls, video coaching sessions, and we go through all the work that you do, and we discuss it, debate it, and I'll challenge you where necessary. And you're working completed over a 3-month period, sorry. So don't worry about that. I'll cover that in a second. But I think that's just an idea of what you could do with this. You could do it much quicker, but most people do this sort of within 3-4 months, or you could do it up to 6 months, and I'll talk about that in a second. But you're doing this, you're working with a seasoned career coach, and that's me with over 20 years experience in the corporate world. So in the corporate world, I've coached, mentored and managed literally hundreds of people. So I've been there, I've done that. It's, as I said before, it's this experience that I bring in to my coaching practice. We've then got the advanced program. Now the advanced program, it's the same as the starter, but the additional piece of work that you do is personal branding. And personal branding is all creating a brand around you. What do people experience from you? What do people think about you? What branding do you need? What personas do you need to have? And we at 2Saints, we've got a bit of a formula for you to create your personal brand. And again, it's supported by online coaching sessions. And instead of the 5 hours that you get at the starter, you get 7 hours on the advanced program. So here are some common questions that I try to answer so that you may have. And no doubt you'll have other questions, I get that. So what warrants the cost of each program? Well, along with the creation of the modules, you will complete your investment. It's not around the cost, it's around your investment, because this is an investment on you. And gets you working with a very experienced coach. And that's me. Your coach will listen to you, support you and debate with you, and at times challenge your thinking. Having that ability to work with a coach, having that ability to talk with someone is invaluable. It really does help. I mean, I have a coach myself, and I can't tell you how invaluable I find that service of being able to talk my ideas, for someone to be impartial, non-judgmental, and just to listen to what I'm thinking and challenge me and discuss with me and debate with me. It is absolutely invaluable to me. What if our FaceTime in the coaching session runs out before I complete all modules? Well, I'll keep a close eye of how much time we spend together. If it looks like you're going to run out the time quickly, I'll raise that with you, and I'll discuss your options with you. Because you've signed up to the program, you automatically qualify for a 25% reduction on additional FaceTime with me. 25%, that's quite a lot that you actually are due by signing up to the program. You get 25% reduction of one-to-one coaching time. What if I cannot complete the programs in the specified amount of time, i.e. 3 months and 4 months? Well, as I said, don't worry about that. The details on the website is a guide. We're happy for us to go over the stated amount of time. Ideally though, for you to take action and maintain motivation, we think it would be good for you to complete your chosen program within 6 months. So to keep the motivation, to keep things going, we think within 6 months. Can't I just find similar aspects of your program free online? Some of it, yes you can. You probably could. But what you're investing in, there's that word again, investing, is working with an experienced coach with extensive experience. Our tagline on the website is direct, realistic and experienced. This ethos runs throughout all the work we do at 2Saints, and it is what you should be expecting when working through the career coaching program. Now, you can't easily get that online. What makes 2Saints experienced? Well, again, to go over that, we call ourselves greyheads. We have worked at senior levels in various business sectors, from small to large blue chip worldwide organisations, also not for profit. It is this breadth that we apply to our coaching and mentoring. To add, we've also got experience in entrepreneurship. For example, as I said before, Pete has set up several successful companies. So we've got a breadth of experience that we bring into our coaching and mentoring. Now, this is a great last point, and this is an important one for you to listen to. What if I hate the course as I work through it? Well, I would be totally surprised by that. To date, I've never had anyone say that to me, and the complete opposite, in fact. If you were unhappy, I would ask that we have a conversation, and if after that conversation you still feel unsatisfied, this is the great point, you can have all your money back. That's right, there's 100% money back guarantee. Now, I've never had that at all amongst all the clients that I've had. They've always been super happy, super motivated to take action in their careers with the goals that they create. But it's a great point, 100% money back guarantee. So, a bit of a recap. I'm confident that after you completing the career coaching program, you will have new capability, new confidence, new commitment, and new courage. Think about that. What will that do to you as an individual in your life for your career? What positive impact will that make in your life? Q&As, no Q&As because I've got no one with me. Next steps. So you'll be sent an email with the opportunity to purchase the program you wish to buy. So if you're ready to jump into it, ready to work with me, that's fantastic. Click on the buy now, and then let's start working. Or if you have any more questions or queries that you wish to discuss with me privately, then you can book a free 30-minute clarity call with me. So it's free, no charge. I'll send you the link, and you can have direct access to my diary, and you can book a time that suits you, a 30-minute call, and we'll jump on a video call, and we'll do a quick introduction. It's 30 minutes, so it's a quick call, quick introduction, and then we'll talk about the questions that you've got. And then after that, you can make a decision whether you want to do the program or not. As a thank you for attending, we'll send you the 2Saints GROW model. It's a goal setting model. Now, GROW stands for what are the goals, what's the R for reality, the O for options or obstacles, and the W is for the way forward. So we'll send you 3 or 4 pages on how to set out the right goals for you. I hope you found that very informative. I hope that answers some of the questions that you may have around our career coaching program. So please do get in touch. If you've got any questions, please do get in touch. Thanks very much now. Cheers. Bye.